Welcome to my kitchen. This is the first time I've ever done a video. It's like half like cooking show, I feel like, and a little bit of lessons in doing deals. So I'm actually about to make some rosemary chicken. Today's Valentine's Day. Got a friend of mine who's coming over. We're gonna do some cooking together. But Louise and I were wrapping up the day. Louise works for us. He's been working on the Partners Equity program. He's been helping out on closing some deals. We just got a deal under contract today that I'm really excited about. So it's been a lot of fun. And he was asked some questions after reading the ACE Formula book, just about offline versus online, and we had some good conversation there. But then we started into starting up versus buying a business, and like what you should do when you're young, you're starting to save some money. Should you just wait and not do anything until you save enough money to buy a business, or what kind of what are the options? So there are two options that we're talking about. So number one is you want to build that skill set of raising capital. Now, Louise is in a unique position to see how much capital I raise, and it's a lot of time spent managing those investors, right, Louise? Getting all the paperwork put together, and we do a lot of deals. So it's just a lot of work managing that process, getting the distributions out. We send distributions out on a quarterly basis. So, and then we're doing that for the fund, we're doing that for the PPP program, and my clients that I raise capital for, and I'm doing it for my own personal deals. So that is a whole big part of the business. That's my oven. Let me know that that's ready to go. So that's a big part of what it takes to do that. And so to build that skill set early on is, part of becoming a deal maker. So starting to talk to friends and family about what you're thinking about doing, and let them know, like, hey, maybe one day I'll find a deal and maybe you'd be interested in investing. The second thing, though, is, Louis was talking about a project that he's looking at putting together. And the truth is, as much as I talk against startups, there are certain cases where it makes sense to start up. And actually, there's certain cases where I have done startups. So you look at a program like the Portfolio Sharks. Obviously, I started that from scratch. I didn't buy that. And so there are specific cases where it makes sense. With the fund, when I put together the first private equity fund, I didn't go and buy a fund. I actually started that from scratch. So when does it make sense to start from scratch? And it's more about taking it all the way back to a true classic, and it's the 4-hour work week. When you can start something and not make a big investment, I feel like that's the time to do it. And when I say not big investment, I pretty much mean zero. When I first started Portfolio Sharks, it literally was a landing page. People put in their email if they were interested. I had a application that was built on top of a SurveyMonkey. We were talking about that, totally free. And, basically went out and said, hey, did the work on social media. If you're interested in this, here, go send out an application. Literally sent a link. If I approved the application, they paid the money, and I didn't put any investment into that. Literally every aspect of that was 100% free. I had minimal time investment, and I didn't do anything to spend money until I had the money coming in. And that really is buying a business. You're buying it with your time, on a minimal level. But, when I'm looking at a business, the key is I'm not going to put anything into that business that I'm buying until I look at it and it's making money. So the deal that we got a contract on today, not doing anything on that business until I prove and they prove to me this thing is making money, because life is too short. Life is way too short for me to spend my time working on something that isn't making me money. So that's the unique case. It's the same with the fund. I went out, I put out feelers, and I'm not doing any work on this until I get the commitments. I know this is going to make money. And then I did put a ton of time. I continue to put time into it, but it's making money. So that's the difference between being in startup land and being a deal maker. And the philosophy is built on this concept that we just want to buy income. So as long as you're buying income, whether you put a little bit of time in something and now you're going to put some money in to buy more of that income, or you're finding an existing business and that other person has put in the time and they went through not making money for months. I look at the numbers going back to when these businesses started. And in most cases, they spent months, if not years, and a few years in cases, making zero money. I don't want to have to go through that. So I'm buying the time that they've invested for all those years. I'm basically paying them to, hey, I don't want to do that. My time is my most valuable asset. So I'd rather pay you to lose money for 3 years than for me to have to go and do that. And especially when I can get it at a great 2-3 multiple, I'll do those deals all day long. Hopefully this video was valuable for you. Thanks for inspiring that question. Be sure to subscribe below, like the video if you like it. If not, don't worry about it. And be sure to comment any questions or anything below. Thanks.